really good tune, because here we go. Are you ready?
Yes!
Off we go. Homes, not hospitals.
Yes! Homes, not hospitals!
Homes, not hospitals.
Homes, not hospitals!
Of all Wales People First, and we are a national umbrella organisation for self-advocacy groups for people with learning disabilities across Wales. And we are led by a national council of members from the 22 local authority areas, and I myself have lived in learning disability care. I had to fight to leave the care institution to live the independent life I live today. It's very alarming that it has become necessary to hold this protest here today. I never thought a day like this would come in my lifetime. A day that when we have to remind the government that a learning disability is not a mental health condition, that people with learning disabilities should not have to be incarcerated like prisoners because the services they are entitled to under key Welsh Government legislation cannot be provided. The most worrying thing of all is there does not seem to be the political will to change this situation. We have tried every avenue available to us nationally and regionally to point out why this situation is so wrong. No one has ever questioned the moral argument we have put forward, yet we have become stuck on a merry-go-round of no change and, quite frankly, little hope of real change until there is a greater rigidity in the system to hold people to account. It is clear in the Social Services and Wellbeing Wales Act and the Wellbeing and Future Generations Wales Act that all citizens are entitled to live lives that are conducive to their well-being. Incarceration in assessment and treatment units steals lives in situations where the services people are entitled to cannot be provided. This is grossly unacceptable. Learning disability, as has been said before, is not a mental health condition. The people who are being incarcerated and their families and carers are really suffering. The places they are being put into are not just inappropriate, they are also very harmful to their well-being. The appropriate support they need is not being provided, and many are suffering from great anxiety and distress. These places are severely harming so many people who are misplaced in them. In 1983, the Forward-Thinking All Wales strategy recognised that a learning disability is not a mental health issue and that people with learning disabilities are entitled to live ordinary patterns of life in their communities. And through this innovative strategy, Wales led the way both in the United Kingdom and in Europe. Over the years, following the strategy's introduction, more of the old long-stay hospitals closed down and people with learning disabilities did indeed start to live in their local communities. But despite what policies and frameworks would have us to believe, in practice, this is slowly reversing in Wales. We seem to be heading back to decades gone by. Decision makers must be completely oblivious or content to allow this regression. That is why we're here today. People's voices must be heard. Often, when society becomes sick, it is the most vulnerable that pay the price. Anyone here today may become sick, disabled or vulnerable in some way and find themselves without the means to support themselves. What we are talking about today sets dangerous precedents for vulnerable groups of people, especially when times are becoming tougher and resources are tightening. Dangerous compromises are being made to remedy the political challenges that face us, and it could be you next. I ask you this question: is it right and proper that people with learning disabilities are locked up in mental health facilities because the services they need cannot be provided? I think that's a very conducive no. But if we really think this is wrong, if we really think it's wrong, then it is crucial that we send a clear message to decision makers today and onwards until change happens, that this is not acceptable in Wales. The people of Wales will not stand for it. All Wales People First are proud to support the Homes Not Hospitals campaign, and we will continue to support anyone across the United Kingdom who makes similar protests. Please get behind the manifesto, Homes Not Hospitals, and victory for self-advocacy. Thank you very much.
What do we want?
Homes!
What have we got?
Hospitals!
What do we want?
Homes!
What have we got?
Hospitals!